Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to the Guru Elleby Sports Show. I'm in good spirits today. I hope everybody had a good couple of days. I missed you yesterday. Yesterday the Guru was on the panel talking about SGA, and is he the face of the NBA? So I was on the panel. We had a great show on YouTube. You got to go look at it. It's SGA, the face of the NBA, with the panel. So it's pretty exciting for me, man. I'm on a natural high right now. We had over 15,000 views. My cousin, he's a moderator, LaRon Daniels. He does a great job. He's been doing it for years. So I was happy to finally get on his platform and talk about basketball. So make sure you go watch that. Coach Flicks family. Go see the Guru on the panel talking about Seattle basketball. I gave him my top 5 basketball, and I think I'm gonna have to give you a special show. You might get lucky tomorrow, so I can tell you about the Seattle basketball royalty, the top 10 players to ever play out of Seattle, Washington. As you know, we're a hotbed for basketball around the nation with numerous players in the NBA over the years. We're the top 10 per capita. It was based on our population versus the players that we put out. And that was something special to talk about that and reminisce about some great players that I'm going to talk to you about tomorrow and their influence on the generation of players that follow as myself benefited to see them play at that high level basketball and emulate them and carry on the special Seattle basketball tradition. So, that's been one of my missions my whole life, just to put that out there. I started a basketball scouting service 2013 for colleges, and I've been helping parents place kids in colleges as well during the same time period. So the Guru's going to talk to you about that and educate you about the Seattle basketball because it's special up here. But let's talk about the weather real quick, man. It's nice up here in Seattle. I'm telling you, it was hot yesterday. It's so warm. Me and my buddies went down to the lake for a minute and just sat there and talked about sports. That's all the Guru does, talk about sports all day. I could be in front of this camera all day talking about sports. Okay, you might get tired of it. You might get bored and say, all you talk about, Guru, is sports, is sports, is sports. But I want to thank everybody for coming on. I appreciate you. Your time is valuable, and I'm going to give you my all today. And if we had an epic night in the WNBA last night. I woke up this morning, right? And it amazes me because I get up and watch Get Up. At 6 a.m. Get Up is on. Okay, I might watch some of it. Getting my notes prepared for my show, right? That's the best show, right? The Guru Elleby Sports Show on Culture Flicks. I'm living the dream. But let me get back to my point. I don't want to go off tangent. And then I see Get Up, and then I watch a little bit of First Take. My guy Stephen A. wasn't on. Okay, I said, man, what's going on? Every show is talking about the Dallas Cowboys and Michael Parsons and Jerry Jones. And the Guru's going to get into it too. But the top news of the night for me was Paige Bueckers for the Dallas Wings and the WNBA. She had an epic performance last night. I don't care. She lost to the Sparks. Okay, the Sparks won the game. I got all these notes right here, and I'm going to get to these notes. But first, let me talk about Paige Bueckers last night. She had 44 points in an epic performance. It was the most points by a rookie since Cynthia Cooper. She was on fire last night. She was coming over a half court looking like Steph Curry. And this is no lie. This is no exaggeration. As soon as she gets over a half court, the ball was flying. Swish. Okay? She was 6 for 6 from threes. She was hitting everything. She was 7 for 21 from the field. She was 5 for 5 from the line. Okay, so she was doing her Steph Curry thing, right? And she might get a high screen, and she was hitting threes that way. Then she was posting up, hitting fadeaways like Jordan. Then she came around the screen and hit mid-range shots like Kobe. Then she's going in transition and finger rolls like Gervin. And I'm like, wait a minute. Because, see, I'm bringing up all these men, these NBA players, but that was Dina Taurasi. That was Sue Bird. That's what she plays like. And upon more investigation, those are her idols. How did the Guru know that? I watched her play last night. I mean, she was shooting the ball like Dina Taurasi last night, hitting the ball, hitting shots from everywhere. Okay, and then she did a scoop underneath the basket. I mean, she scored on all levels, from all angles. I started thinking about Larry Bird. Did she hit one off one leg going opposite way? I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on? And a part of me was thinking, Bill, Guru, you know, you know, you disrespected her. You wasn't giving her credit. See, because I was so into Dawn Staley in South Carolina, and my love for what she's done for that program, my love for her and everything she's done to galvanize her troops. I'm like, I'm sick of UConn. They always win. And so South Carolina has been making this run, this magical run these last 5-6 years. And Paige Bueckers, I haven't been paying attention. That's a mistake because last night was a special show. I mean, she was so dynamic. She was so electrifying. And she was so efficient. She didn't miss nothing last night. She hit one shot, and you can see the LA Sparks girls on the bench sticking their heads like, and they were falling over like this. That's how special it was. You know, the other players on the other team are going crazy. You know you're playing some good basketball. Okay, and she was playing some great basketball. Okay, so let me try to get into these notes. But Paige Bueckers, you are so dynamic, and I'm gonna tell you more about her. We gotta talk about Paige Bueckers because her resume was something special, you know. And I was thinking, well, and we're gonna go over her resume in college, but I was thinking, how is this gonna translate to WNBA? She is 6 foot. She's kind of frail. She's gonna have this big learning curve. She's not athletic enough. She's not strong enough. They're gonna beat her up. She's doing the beating. And she doesn't take no shit. I mean, she is tough. She is tough. All right, let's talk about last night's game. Let's talk about last night's game real quick. But I'm not done talking about Paige Bueckers. I'm sorry. It was one game last night, and it was the Paige Bueckers show, and it was something to marvel over. Okay? Because I don't want to say the same words over and over again. It was marvelous. Billy Crystal, marvelous. I mean, it was a show. The best performance that I've seen all year in basketball, male or female, I don't care. Okay? She was so dynamic. Okay? So we got the LA Sparks 17-18, beat the Dallas Wings 90-27. Kelsey Plum, okay, that UW legend Kelsey Plum got torched last night. She had 20, but she got the last laugh. She got the last laugh on Paige. Okay, she shot it, the game-winning bank shot. She went down the middle, hit a little floater. Okay, kiss off the glass. The bank was open. It was a buzzer beater. It was beautiful to see. You know, but it capped a great performance, okay, by Paige. I mean, it was a great performance in WNBA history. I mean, she was just straight in the zone. And as you see, it was Cynthia Cooper. She broke a 28-year-old record. And as you see, I can't even talk about Kelsey Plum. I'm glad she won the game. I'm glad she won. I feel for Dallas because it eliminated them for the playoffs. Because I want to see Paige Bueckers play in the playoffs. Now, I'm a Paige Bueckers fan. I won't make the same mistake like I did when she was in college. I'm a big fan, and that performance last night, it just really let me know too about the evolution of women's college basketball and the women players and how better they're getting. And these new crop of girls coming in are more advanced than the old crop in the sense of, you know, they play 4 years of college basketball and they're able to translate this game at a high level. And what I love about what Paige Bueckers is doing is she's showing you that she can do anything that the men can do. And I think part of this, we have to go give the credit's due. And that credit's Caden Clark. And I'm giving Caden Clark credit because, you know, Caden Clark comes in as a superstar, elevates this WNBA brand, and gets all eyes on the WNBA, and the whole spectrum of the WNBA and the whole spectrum of women's basketball has changed, and now these girls coming in now are definitely playing more inspired basketball. That was inspiring basketball. Okay, the level has increased. The level has picked up. Okay, I mean, Paige Bueckers, let me get back to the game. She scored Dallas's final 18 points. 18 points. Okay, she's going to be the Rookie of the Year. I mean, she showed her all-star flair and definitely the hottest guard of the WNBA. You know, Kelsey Plum, all-star in her own right. She spoiled her special performance by hitting a game-winning shot and celebrated with her teammates to eliminate Dallas. And they also eliminated the Chicago Sky. Kelsey Plum, she finished with 20 points. Rickea Jackson had 25 points. She hit a career high with 6 3-pointers. And you know, this is my team. This is why you know the guru is impressed, because I love the LA Sparks. I love my Seattle Storm. And so usually I get excited about them. I'm more excited about Paige's performance than I am about my LA Sparks winning the game. But we're going to give some LA Sparks some love. My LA Sparks fans, let the guru send her back. Send her back. Oh, man, Paige Bueckers, what a performance. Oh, man, when is your next game? I can't wait to watch what you're going to do next. I cannot wait to watch what she's going to do next. Let's go to L.A. right now. Rickea Jackson had 25, as I said. Darica Hambry had 14 points. Cameron Brink had 11 points, 8 rebounds. You know, I'm going to say something about these L.A. Sparks right now. They're in the playoff hunt. They've been playing some great basketball of late. But with Rickea Jackson, with Darica Hambry, Ashura Stevens, I mean, this team is so talented and they can score so many points. I mean, they're the only team in WNBA to go over 100 points over 5 times. You know, every game they play, the overs to an astronomical number, 175, 178. But they have an issue. And I think you've seen that issue last night. And I don't want to take away from Paige Bueckers' performance, but their lack of defense, of intent, okay, is miserable. They're giving up too many points. And because you have all talent on offense, don't mean you're going to win the championship or going to win games in the playoffs. You're going to have to play defense. And that's my concern about LA Sparks. And the guru's so into scoring points, so into, you know, great offense beats great defense anytime. But you got to stop somebody. I mean, it just seemed like the LA Sparks last night was playing Olay defense, and it was 81-80. So they played better defense last night. But for me, where was the coaching? And the coaching meaning you have Paige Bueckers just going crazy. There's no double teams coming. I didn't see any double teams coming. Any triple teams coming. I'm my triple teamer. Go ahead, pass the ball to somebody else. You can make it. You can go ahead. You can have a wide open shot. Let me see you make some, because she was missing none. Okay, so that's defense. That's coaching. And so now I'm concerned about the LA Sparks' coaching, because that's why you're getting paid. You can't go out there and just run, let them run and gun. Hopefully we win the game. And luckily Kelsey Plum made that shot. But you got to get more defensive minded. You got to change the culture of the LA Sparks on the defensive end. Okay, it has to be done. Okay. Paige Bueckers also moved past Cynthia Cooper for third longest streak of consecutive double-digit scoring games by a rookie in WNBA with 29. Okay, Asia Wilson holds a record of 33. And we're going to get into Asia Wilson, because Asia Wilson right now, is my WNBA MVP. She has been playing great basketball. Just last week, she had the first 30 and 20 game in WNBA history. She is unstoppable right now in the paint. Nobody can stop her. You just hope to contain her. But right now, she's just like a bomb going off on that court, and nobody can stop her. All you can do is just get out of the way. Get out of the way. Okay? Or all the Fetty's gonna fall on your head because you cannot stop her right now. You cannot stop what she is doing right now. Okay, and I want to talk about Paige Bueckers a little bit because as I've done some more investigations and my due diligence to being the historian of basketball that I am, you know, Paige Bueckers growing up was a catcher for the Little League baseball team. And I played baseball growing up. If you got any baseball fans listening, that's a tough position to be back there, to be squatting like that, be having that guy swing the bat or gal swing the bat. You can get your hand caught in there because I that's happened to me. And you got to have that ball's coming at you all the time. Being a catcher is one of the toughest positions on the field, and usually your toughest players playing that. So Paige Bueckers, she's playing catcher. Okay? If that's not enough for you, she played football. She played football growing up, and she also played soccer. And I think those were the building blocks for her to get tougher. Those were the things that, you know, made her who she is today. And so when I talk about her slight frame, you know, I'm underestimating her big heart and how tough she is. And the first player that comes to my mind is a Sue Bird, who's even shorter than that, who can go out there and play at a super high level and dominate the game with her scoring and her passing and her superb leadership and super efficient play. And that's what you see Paige Bueckers doing. And then you sprinkle in some Diana Taurasi. She's hitting shots from down there half court. And you're like, wow, I've only seen one player do that this last, 10 years, 15 years. And that's Diana Taurasi and Steph Curry and Dame Lillard. Players who cross half court, and you have to pick them up because they're a threat to score from anywhere. And that's where Paige Bueckers is going. That's how special she's becoming right now. She was an all-star this year, and she's definitely going to be the WNBA Rookie of the Year. But why am I surprised? Okay, I mean, she was four-time. She took UConn to the Final four times, and she was three-time All-American at UConn, three-time Big East Player of the Year. And I knew about her. She had got hurt one year, but I did not know she was this dynamic of a player, and she's been so consistent in the WNBA. Okay, so consistent with her play. And as I watched last night, the announcers calling the game, because I wanted to be there calling the game. I wanted to be screaming and hollering and screaming, you better get out there and guard her, you better pick her up, face guard her, you better do this. I wanted to give my take on the game. But what the announcer was saying, I'm going to give you some love. One of them said, are you kidding me? And then one of them said, she's feeling it tonight. And when I say feeling it, I say she's feeling 7-Up. You know, Magic Johnson. Remember that commercial? Feeling 7-Up, I'm feeling 7-Up. That's Magic Johnson's commercial. And he has that ball dribbling down the sidewalk. That's where she was at. Paige Bueckers was in the zone last night. She was in her happy place. Okay? And she was the biggest fish in the pond last night. And you can just get out the way. I mean, what a magical performance by Paige Bueckers. I mean, it was something special to watch. And I'm just a fan of hers right now. I'm just a super fan of hers right now. And I can't wait to see the next game that she plays. and I almost want to look at my phone now. But the Guru's gonna move on because we got 4 WNBA games tonight to talk about, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm excited about these games, because now we're getting to a lot of games where they have playoff implications, and we're getting to a point now where I think some of the stars who are on injury are gonna start coming back, and tonight we can see a couple of stars coming back. Okay, we can see them coming back. But the first game we're gonna start off tonight, talk about tonight, after the Guru had a sip of this water, is the Mystics at the Sun. I gotta take it down a notch. Full disclosure, I gotta take it down a notch. But Paige Buchers, oh my goodness, you made my night. You made my morning. You gonna even make my day. I'm gonna watch some Paige Buchers highlights. That's what I'm gonna do today. Let's go to the games for tonight now. Okay, we got the Mystics at the Sun, 16-9 Mystics at the 7-27 Sun. The Sun is done. Okay, the Sun is done. We got the Mystics at 2.5 point favorite, over under 158.5. The Sun's at home, and they have nothing to lose, so it's a very dangerous game for the Mystics, who are trying to claw their way into the playoffs. They're not mathematically eliminated just yet. They're hanging by a thread. They're 16-19, and led by Sonia Citron. That's the only bet I'll even take of this game would be her over points, would probably be 15.5. To pick this game right here, I think I would take the Sun. The Sun beat them last time by 11 points on the 19th. And so that's not that long ago. A few days ago, and I think they have some momentum. And there's really no pressure, and they're at home, and they're a dog. Some of you don't know what that means. They're an underdog, and they're plus 2.5 points, and that's what I would lean towards if I was going to take this game and bet this game would be the Sun. But the Guru's not betting on the Sun. I'm not advising anybody to do, but I think the Sun's going to come through and cover that 2.5 point spread. The Mystics, they're coming off a winning game. And what I love about the Mystics is they play so well together, but they are a young team. I think about the Sun. I think about Tina Charles down low. The old dinosaur been playing for a long time. She seems to always get her points and rebounds. So you might want to take some Tina Charles. And 158.5 is a low over and under. I think it goes over 158.5 if I had to bet on that game and in that spread. The next game is an 8-26 Chicago Sky at the New York Liberty. We're all waiting for Angel Reese. I am. I don't care if you're not or not. I'm waiting for Angel Reese, the media darling. She is the most elegant player in the WNBA with her TikTok videos and her charisma and her style. I mean, we all want to see what she does next. She keeps everybody on the edge of her seats. But on that court, she's even better. She's averaging 13 rebounds a game. She's averaging 13 points a game. She's been hurt, and they've been struggling without her in Chicago. Okay? I mean, I don't know who's even going to the games now. The only thing you got to be happy about is you got Camila Cardoso, and she's playing some good basketball. The big girl down low. I mean, she gets her points. She gets her rebounds. The last few games, she has gotten as many rebounds. Tonight, she's playing the Liberty, who's missing their own superstar. Okay, Breanna Stewart, who also might play. So we might get Angel Reese back and Breanna Stewart, the superstar forward for New York. She's won multiple championships with Seattle Storm and Sue Bird. And so what I think about this game tonight is, you got the New York is minus 15.5 point favorite when it opened. And now it's down 13.5 with an over-under 163.5. Initially, I told myself, that's a lot of points to lay. But we're talking about the New York Liberty here. We're talking about how good they are, and I think they could definitely cover the spread. I would lean more or less just taking Liberty in the money line, even though there's not much value in that. But I think Liberty should run out and beat Chicago, and kind of run away with this game here at the end of the game and win this game by double figures. So this would be a game where I would lay the points. But once again, I would take New York. I would take the money line. Cardoso rebounds. You could take that. But my best bet is Jonquel Jones. I mean, Jonquel Jones for New York has been just on a tear lately. She had 22 and 10 last game. The game before that, 17 and 6. She had 11 and 7, and then she had 21 and 11 rebounds. So she's been playing some high-level basketball. She's been scoring the ball, taking a lot of pressure off Sabrina Ionescu, the leading scorer for the Liberty at 20 points a game. I'm going to say something about Sabrina Ionescu. I am. And I hope she can hear me loud and clear. Just pass the ball. Just make your teammates better. You can't just come down and just throw a shot after shot after shot. I put you in the elite category, elite company with Steph Curry and your three-point shooting. You won the last 2 WNBA three-point contests, okay? But your team is good. And you're winning without Breanna Stewart. And I think you're starting to see the formula of you being more of a playmaker, getting everybody involved, like Kayla McBride, like Eastman, like Esman, like everybody else on your squad. And so let's pass the ball, move the ball around. But I think the Guru's just mad because she's been letting me down. I think every game that I pick her, she lets me down. If you want to bet on Sabrina Ionescu, because I know it's hard not to, just take the 15-plus points alternate bet for points. And then her assist, 3.5. I would take 3.5. When it gets up to 4.5 or 5.5 for sure. I don't know. I'm not taking that, but 3.5 definitely she should be getting 4 or 5 assists tonight. But my best bet for that game would be Jonquel Jones over points. She's gonna get that. You can do points and rebounds if you would like, but she's definitely gonna get over 22, 23 points and rebounds tonight. But I do want to mention again, just so you know, sports fans, that there is a chance that Angel Reese will be back tonight and Breanna Stewart will be back for New York, and it really is going to put that over 163.5. I think it's definitely go over if those two play, but I want to see them play. I think we are waiting for the stars to come back, so make sure you look out for that, WNBA fans. We have the Minnesota Lynx playing the Atlanta Dream. This is really my game of the night right here. This game right here, from a team standpoint, the best team standpoint, we got 28-6 Lynx playing a 22-13 Atlanta Dream. We got the Lynx 2.5 point favorite, 161.5 over and under. Just off the top, let me get this out the way. And get your pencil and paper ready. So let me get this off the way right now. I know some of you guys go watch YouTube and gambling shows, and they'll give you all the stats, even more than the Guru, because I watch them too, and I get information. Let me tell you, these are two of the top defenses, I guess. They're talking about that. They play great defense, and one's fifth, one's fourth. It doesn't matter. Throw that out the window. I don't want to hear nothing about that shit. I don't want to hear nothing about defenses and under. This game's going over. Now, the Guru tells you this. Listen to the Guru when I tell you this. It's going over 161.5. Both games, the last two games they played have gone over. But we're talking about teams now where they're sharp. They're polished. And the Minnesota Lynx are led by Courtney Williams, and Courtney Williams is hot. She's a point guard. She's had 17 and 5 assists the last game. Before that, she had 26 and 5 assists, 14 and 5 assists, 14 and 2 assists, 20 and 4 assists. She is picking up all the slack because the WNBA MVP, we thought MVP this year, Nafisa Collier, is still not playing. So she's picked up all the scoring slack and is definitely playing at a super high level for her team, looking for her shot, pushing that ball down court, pulling up for 15-foot shots, getting to the basket, and she's even shooting 3-point shots, and she's not even known to be a 3-point shooter. But tonight she goes against Alicia Gray, another road runner point guard who pushes that ball, who gets in tight spaces, who gets to the rim. And I'm looking for a super matchup at the point guard position with Courtney Williams going against Alicia Gray. There's going to be a lot of sportsmanship. There's going to be a lot of gamemanship. Okay, there's going to be an epic battle at the point guard position, and they're going to push it at each other. They're going to push it, and they're going to score points. And this game is going over 161.5. And so if I'm looking for any other bets beside that over, I'm looking at Courtney Williams over her points and assists. She's going over the number, 3 or 4 of the last 5 games. I mean, she's going to get, combined points and assists over 20. So whatever that line is, depending what site you're going to gamble line, hey, you're going to get a good number. Take Courtney Williams over points and assists. And I do like Alicia Gray getting her points for Atlanta as well. They're going to be going at it. It's going to be a epic game between those two. And as far as to win this game, I do like the Minnesota Lynx to win this game. They're 2.5-point favorite, but I like them to win this game. They're playing championship basketball. And in case that game did go under, which I don't think it is going to go under, but if you cover yourself and you took the over and you took Minnesota money line to cover the spread, you would break even if you did 2 straight bets, because that's what could happen. But the Lynx are going to win this game as well. So I look for the Lynx to win this game and run them off the wood and score some points tonight and beat the dream. Beat the dream. This is the MVP, this last game. This is the MVP game right here. This is another game that I would love to see. And that's the Phoenix Mercury at the Las Vegas Aces. And Aces are 1.5-point favorite. You got to take the Aces. There's just no way around it. And you have to take them only because of one player. And to me, she's a leading candidate for the WNBA MVP right now, and that's A'ja Wilson. And I'm getting excited all over again, because A'ja Wilson is starting to remind me of a left-handed Lisa Leslie, okay, because she's dominating the paint. She's dominating the paint. She's shooting jump shots, okay? She's scoring with her left hand. She's scoring with her right hand. She's getting all the rebounds. She's taking up all the space. And she's getting that ball high off the glass, over the rim, okay, above the square, like Lisa Leslie used to do, okay, and putting her hands up and just become just the Windex wiper. I mean, she's blocking shots. I mean, she's out there, looking like Lisa Leslie, looking like Candace Parker, where she's just dominating the paint area. I mean, listen to these numbers. Listen to these numbers. And I know earlier I said that she's the only WNBA player in the history to have a 30-point, 20-rebound game all in the same season. And she did that 5 games ago she did that. But listen to what she's done in the last game. 32 points and 12 rebounds. 34 points and 8 rebounds. 30 points and 16 rebounds. Those are the last 3 games of her stats. So to take her over points, you damn well better. And that'll probably be 24.5. That's a good bet. Okay, you want to take her over points and rebounds? Oh, she's going to get that. And she's been over that PRA, a 38, 39. She's been getting that too, because she's been getting 3 or 4 assists. So A'ja Wilson, you can't go wrong on any bet you make on her. And it's worth the bet because she's been playing so good and getting that number every game. She's dominating right now for the Las Vegas Aces. So I will take her right now. Okay? And anything. And the Las Vegas Aces, the only thing I don't like is this over and under. It's 171.5. That's high. I do not think it's going that high. I would say under. I mean, even if they do get to 80 points, okay, they can get 82, 83 points apiece. When I see 170 over and unders, and I've seen some, and I've seen them go over that. But I don't think Phoenix is going to score that many points. They have Alyssa Thomas. She's playing high-level basketball in her own right. She's had four or 5 triple doubles, and she even had 4 triple doubles in a row. She's cooled off the last few games, but she too is a candidate for WNBA MVP since Nafisa Collier's been out, and she has definitely, risen on the MVP tree. But for me, I don't think Phoenix scores that many points. I think the Aces beat them. I think it goes under. It's just too high of a number for the Guru to take. So I would take the Aces to win this game. They're -1.5. You could take the points if you want the money line, and I think it's going to go under 171.5. And A'ja Wilson, man, I'm anxious to see what she's going to do tonight. I'm going to be right there watching what she's going to do tonight. We got to get a WNBA pass. They got to do the same thing they did for the NBA. You got to have every game. You got to be showing every game now, okay? And I know it's coming. That's why they call me the Guru. I'm always ahead of the curve. They got to get all these WNBA games up so we can watch them and not just watch them on certain channels, but we'll be able to watch all of them and start charging packages just like the NBA so we can see these WNBA games because I'm excited to watch these games. I really am. I really am. But I do want to miss Elisa Thomas. She's been having triple doubles. That she's also a good pick you could take in her points, in her rebounds, or in her assists. She averages 8.5 assists. She averages 9 rebounds, so you can do your pick there. But it's A'ja Wilson. It's A'ja Wilson all day. The Guru's going to reverse pivot and throw the lob to myself, go Tim Goodman. I mean, he was special, man. He was so special at Chief Sealth High School. He could jump so high. He could jump to the sky. I don't think the whole world gets tired talking about the Dallas Cowboys. I know they're America's team. With them stars in their helmets and the most beautiful dancers in the world. The Dallas Cheerleaders. The most beautiful stadium in the world. It's high tech. State of the art. Big old windows. Plush suites. Comfortable chairs for the fans. They even have dancers up there. This is no lie. In the bars. It's entertainment capital of the world. Jerry Jones has built a show. And every year we hear the same stuff. The Dallas Cowboys are going to win the Super Bowl. The Dallas Cowboys this. The Dallas Cowboys that. They haven't won a playoff game in 30 damn years. We talking about the Dallas Cowboys. It's on my nerves. And I am sick of the Dallas Cowboys hearing about the Dallas Cowboys. I am. But this is Jerry Jones's master plan to keep himself and his team in the news. Okay? Because he stays in the news. But you know what disturbed me this morning? Jerry Jones had the nerve to go on Fox TV this morning and talk about Micah Parsons' contract. Mind you, it wasn't a sports platform. It wasn't on ESPN. Okay? It wasn't on the NFL Network. He went on a regular station, Fox station, to talk about politics and anything else. And had a nerve start talking about Micah Parsons' contract. And it was breaking news this morning, and I don't have the quote in front of me, but I'm going to paraphrase for you. We want Micah Parsons. We love Micah Parsons, but he has to think about the team. We're trying to build a team right here. He has to think about the team and the pieces we're trying to build. And so we're going to work out a deal that's best for everybody, the team. Team is in my mind. Team is in my mind. And I'm going to come back to team in my mind. Because I want you to understand something. This is bad. It's bad treatment to Michael Parsons. And I know some of you got to be thinking, well, how is it bad, Bill? Well, he's in the last year of his rookie deal. He's going to get $21.3 million. Think that would be good, huh? Wrong. And Michael Parsons, he doesn't need to come back to Dallas Cowboys. He's already requested a trade. Okay? He's not going to play until you get a new deal because he shouldn't, because that's business. Michael Parsons' agent, David Malou Greta, and Jerry Jones, the infamous Dallas Cowboy owner, have been trying to reach a deal for months. But nothing has been done. Months. This has been going on since the beginning of training camp into the past 2 days at the Star. And that's their practice facility. Star. The Cowboys play Philly on September the 4th in the season opener. And Dallas Cowboys head coach Brian Schottenheimer thinks his star edge rusher, Michael Parsons, will be on the field ready to play that game. This is what he says. Coach Brian Schottenheimer. I think at the end of the day, we feel like Micah's going to be out there when we line up against Philly here in 15 days or whatever that is. Brian Schottenheimer, excuse me. Why are you talking? Why are you talking? Because you're not making any decisions. The man who's making decisions is on Fox Sports. On Fox News. His name is Jerry Jones. He's the one making the decision. He's the one talking about Michael Parsons. He's the one that's going to let you know if he's going to get a contract or not. Not you. Why are you even talking? Because I'm going to tell you something. This is Jerry Jones' downfall. He wants to be the coach. He wants to be the GM. He wants to be in the news. He wants to be in front of the cameras. He wants to be this polarizing figure that's making all the decision and make everybody around him look small because he enjoys the attention. Because what he's doing is he's building the Dallas Cowboy brand. They haven't gone to the playoffs in 30 years, but as long as the guru on Culture Flix TV is talking about him, as long as Stephen A. Smith on ESPN is talking about him, as long as the NFL Network are talking about him, and now he has Fox TV talking about him. This is this man's grandmaster plan to stay relevant. Because goddamn it, in football you're not relevant. You guys have not been to the playoffs. Okay? You can't win in the playoffs. And you paying your quarterback. Where is it? 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 Because I'm going to find it. And I'm going to give you. You signed Dak Prescott to a 4-year, $240 million contract in 2024, making him the highest paid player in the NFL. Okay? At the time. $126 million guaranteed. $60 million a year. But you telling Michael Parsons, team? Team? Are you kidding me? What team? I'm your best defensive player. And so here I'm thinking, This might be a conspiracy against the defensive players in the NFL, where the quarterback gets all the money and these defensive players are getting lowballed. So Michael's probably thinking, man, he's a quarterback. I'm supposed to make 20. He's making 60, and I'm the quarterback of the defense. And Jerry Jones, you're not showing me no respect. In fact, you're using my contract talks as a way to get more attention, and that's why you're drawing it out. Okay? And then the partner was like, nah, B, that's not what's going on. It is what's going on. And so if I'm Michael Parsons, I'm like, okay, Dak, he's a quarterback. I get it. It's just negotiation. Jerry Jones, you're a liar. And you're a hypocrite. Because you're paying who you want to pay. You're paying who you like. And you don't like Michael Parsons. You're mad at Michael Parsons because definitely this contract negotiation has went public, it's went viral, and now your ego's in the fucking way, and you're not going to give in. You're not going to give an inch, and you haven't gave an inch. And now you're going to extreme measures now. And I'm going to tell you why he's a liar. This is CeeDee Lamb's contract. The star receiver. 4 years, $136 million, $100 million guaranteed. Receives an NFL record-breaking $38 million signing bonus with an average salary of $34 million a year. Making it the second highest non-quarterback deal in NFL history. Making the second, and I just caught my phone. You didn't see that. The Google still got hands. Making it the second highest non-quarterback deal in NFL history. And you wonder why Michael Parsons is mad? You wonder why he's requesting a trade? You wonder why he won't report? You have all this money to pay Dak. You have all this money to pay CeeDee Lamb, and those are my boys. But you can't pay me? And I'm the quarterback of the defense. I'm the leading edge, the best edge rusher in the NFL. He doesn't deserve his money? I'm the defensive player of the year, 2021. I've been 2 times All-Pro. I'm a 4-time Pro Bowler. The last 5 years, I'm one of the best in the league, if not the best edge rusher. Because I'm going to tell you right now, he is the best edge rusher. And he is the reason why Dallas Cowboys don't stink up the whole joint. They can at least win a few games because of Michael Parsons. If Michael Parsons is not playing, Dallas Cowboys won't even be relevant to even compete. He's a Buckets Award winner. Okay, he's been All-Pro 4 times, but he's been first team and second team. He's an All-American in college. He has 256 tackles in his career. He ain't been in the league for 5 years. Do the math, 4 years. He got 52 and a half sacks already. He has 9 fumble recoveries. He has 9 pass deflections. This man's a monster in that field. And he's giving the Dallas Cowboys everything he has. And now the man can't get paid. Because Jerry Jones has an agenda. And the Dallas Cowboys coach, shut up because you look stupid. And we all know you have no control over anything. And you're being a company man. Saying all the right things. But guess what? Jerry Jones holds the key to the team. Jerry Jones is making that decision. And Jerry Jones is having fun making his brand bigger than what it is. Jerry Jones won again today. He got another sportscaster named the Guru, Bill Elleby, all hot and bothered, talking about him and emotional about him because this is what he does. And he's a master of it. He's doing things that makes no sense. And then people like me try to make sense of it. And this is all to keep his brand relevant. Well, I got a message to you, Jerry Jones, this morning. You almost had me more than you already got me. You got to win some football games. You got to get to the playoffs. But you got to pay Michael Parsons his money. Because you done paid Dak. You done paid CeeDee Lamb. Don't do this man like this, man. Why are you treating your best defender like this? Then you treat your best offensive players like this. Pay this man his money. Pay this man his money. And go to the playoffs and win. Because your show is over with. And Stephen A. Smith talking about he hates the Dallas fans. I don't hate the Dallas fans because of their, irrational thoughts of winning the Super Bowl and their grandeur of the past, and they want to go back to them glory days of Tom Landry and Roger Staubach and Drew Pearson and all these great Dallas Cowboy teams and Michael Irvin and Troy Aikman and Emmitt Smith. Those days are over with. And you pay Dak and you pay CeeDee Lamb, and so let's see what they do. So I'm rooting for the brothers, man. I'm not mad at them. But I'm mad you ain't paying Michael Parsons. I'm mad because you haven't constructed a team to win, and it's everybody else's fault but yours. And I said yours, because I'm talking South now. Yours. I had enough of the Dallas Cowboys and Jerry Jones. But he better pay Michael Parsons his money. He got to pay him his money. It makes no sense why he can't pay him his money. And I'm going to tell you something, Dallas fans. If you do lose Michael Parsons, because I don't think you will. I don't think Jerry Jones is that crazy. I think he's just having fun drawing this out for the media and for the drama of it all. But if you do lose Michael Parsons, if he is traded, if he is gone, you won't win. And Jerry Jones knows you won't win because you can't win without him. He's the best edge rusher in the game. And you got to give him his money. You got to give him his money. Okay? You have to give him his money. And it's only fair you give him his money. It's only fair you give him his money. We're talking about football right now, and I want all you guys to know that we're going to have a special year this year on Culture Flicks TV. We're going to be showing the Metro High School football games on Culture Flicks TV. So make sure you tune in to watch the games. You can subscribe to watch all the games. You can subscribe game by game. But we're bringing you the coverage of the games, play by play, minute by minute, hour by hour, game by game. I'm so excited. The Gurus going to be calling some games. The Gurus going to be in the sidelines. The Gurus going to be all over the field watching some of the best high school football in the country and the state of Washington to bring it to you live in the Metro League. Teams like the state champions, O'Day Fighting Irish, out of Seattle. We got the Eastside Catholic. They're a great team as usual. Okay, you got the Rainier Beach Vikings. They're young this year, but they're so exciting to watch. You got the Garfield Bulldogs. And then we got the West Seattle rivalries coming up with Chief Self High School versus West Seattle High School. And then we got the Franklin Quakers, coached by my good friend and Franklin and Idaho legend, Smooth Terry Green, Mean Joe Terry Green from the Rainier Playfield, son of the UW legend Cordell Green. So I'm excited to see how his team looks this year. He's been building a great program at Franklin High School in Seattle. So we're just gonna have some fun in the Metro League. So make sure you get ready to tune in for that and get your popcorn ready. You know, you don't have to come out in that cold. You can just stay in the confines of your home and get you some hot cocoa and some popcorn and have you a sandwich and watch the Guru and watch this great Metro High School football on Culture Flicks. And then we'll go into basketball, and that's when the Guru really cuts up. That's when we're really going to have fun on Culture Flicks. We're doing some high school basketball. That's going to be real fun. And so now let's talk a little bit about the NBA right now. John Wall retired. I gotta have a sip of water if I talk about this young man, John Wall. Because he retired a long time ago. But he's been getting these big checks. But he called it a career after 11 years. 5-time NBA All-Star John Wall has retired, mentioning new opportunities. He's going to be an NBA announcer. The NBA announced that. He's not going to be an announcer. He's going to be an NBA analyst. Excuse me for that. On Amazon Prime Video. On every Friday night. And with additional weekly national games on the platform on Thursday and Saturday night, starting in the mid-season. You know, John Wall was a controversial figure when he played in the NBA and throughout his life. You know, as a child, you know, his father died, and it caused a lot of anger and angst in him. And he got into a lot of fights. And you can see how he played the game with a sense of urgency, with a super high motor, and a sense of anger. Like Russell Westbrook comes to my mind, playing like a bat out of hell, can't see straight, just one pace, and that's all out, full speed ahead. I'm going to push this ball down your throat, pedal to the metal, get out my way, or I will destroy you. And that's how he played. You know, as a sophomore, rose to kind of prominence in high school at the Reebok All-American camp, and parlayed that into something special throughout his career. In high school, played AAU basketball for Gardner Road, and then played for D1 Sports. But the death of his father, and he's been outspoken about this, to help kids, to help them understand the mental health piece and when things need to be addressed so you're able to move on with life and not have this baggage be a detriment to your growth and your well-being. And as a child, because of the death of his father, he frequently rejected authority of adults and acted up, occasionally fighting. Okay, all the way up to his middle school years. And for me, the reason why the Guru's kind of really getting kind of analytical about it and taking my time, because it's affected me growing up without my father. Blessed to have a stepfather when I was 10. Rest in peace, who I consider my dad. And then my mom, rest in peace. Glad she found a man who could take care of her, because my dad was absent. And me too had anger, because I seen my friends who had their dad. Where was my dad? And lucky I come from a great family. You know, my mom's had 6 other siblings, and my dad's side of the family, even though he wasn't there, my mom made sure I went over there and was part of their life. And they became, you know, my dad, so to speak, my uncles and them, my mentors and stuff. My grandma Elleby had 10 kids. And so they became my family, even though my dad wasn't around, and they were my family, but they became an influence in my life. I should say, at a time when I wanted the influence of my life to be my dad. And so I used basketball as a way to escape. And I too could relate to John Wall taking all my energy out on that basketball court, but never addressing these issues. It caused me some stress. And it wasn't until I got to college and my coach, Lou Campanelli, rest in peace, from New Jersey, one of my idols, my California dad, so you should talk to somebody about this, Bill. And we're talking about 88, 89. I mean, this man was so ahead of the curve with mental health, it'd blow your mind. And I talked to somebody, and of course I'm defensive. I don't even talk to nobody. Everything is good, man. I'm Bill Elleby, man. I'm starting for Cal Berkeley, and I got the world, by the fingertips, man. I'm good looking, man. The girls like me. Everything is perfect. But it wasn't perfect. And I remember breaking down, crying. I remember talking to him about my dad. I remember talking about all these things that was bothering me. And it doesn't stop it, but it gives you somebody to talk to. And then a man by the name of Muhammad, he was a Muslim. He became one of my confidants. And so I talked to him, and he really kind of brought it home, and that was good to talk to him as well. And I say all that to say, John Wall uses all this energy, and he too had to talk to somebody. And it's only recently that he really has. And this is why it's so hard for people to understand that just because you make millions of dollars and just because you're an athlete, just because everything looks good, doesn't mean you don't struggle. It doesn't mean you don't go through things. And I think I want to bring that to light right now with mental health, because I think we all need to talk to somebody and get some support and get some help. My son, CJ Elleby, I have his jersey on now. I play for the Portland Trail Blazers, number 16. He's always talking about the Lord. He's a God-fearing man, a very spiritual person. And I talked to him this morning, and he puts a lot of things in perspective. And it's called balance. And it's called giving it to the Lord. It's called giving it to a higher power. If you're not a Christian, it's called giving it to God. And I just want to say, John Wall, I'm proud of John Wall for overcoming some of these obstacles, just as I had to overcome some of these obstacles. And I want everybody who's watching to overcome their obstacles. And talk to somebody. Talk to somebody who you can respect. Talk to somebody who can listen. And talk to somebody who's a professional, who can help you. I think that's the most important thing. It's not always good talking to your friends or family, people who aren't professionals in this. And you're just letting it out, which is a good thing, but you're not getting nothing back in. So just keep that in mind. But back to John Wall. He blew up in high school. He was a fifth-year senior, averaged 20 points, and 8 assists, 8 rebounds. Ended up playing the Jordan Classic and the Hoop Summit in Oregon. And he ends up being the number one player in high school basketball, and ends up picking Kentucky over Duke, over Georgia Tech, over Kansas. And he goes to Kentucky. And this same anger I'm talking about gets him into trouble. He gets out of it because they had to shake him, because he had a tendency to get mad at his teammates when they missed layups. He had a tendency to get mad at his big men for not running the court. You see, I told you he played at a super high level like Russell Westbrook. You got to run with me. I'm not slowing down for you. And that aggression, that energy, that hunger drove him, and he used it all on the basketball court. He became a 5-time NBA All-Star. Okay, he's a All NBA third teamer. He was All NBA defensive team. And get this, because this is incredible. He's an NBA dunk champion too. All 6'3" of them. NBA dunk champion. He was on an all NBA rookie team. And though he played 1 year college basketball at Kentucky, he was SEC Player of the Year and All SEC. His first team All American, and won the Adolph Ruff Trophy, Adolph Rupp Trophy from Kentucky, which signifies the best player in the team, and also signified him being a leader on the team, which is a very big award considering all the great players from the University of Kentucky that comes through there. And, you know, the way he played the game of basketball is really the way he lived his life. And I know I just said live because he's still alive, but he goes full speed ahead. And I'm happy for him to get this job and give him some cushion and to stay in the game of basketball where he can use his expertise. And at the same time, we're back to mental health because I think it's important that we all do something we enjoy. And I know a lot of you out here who's listening have a job you might not enjoy. And you're blessed to have a job. And I get it. Maybe go work somewhere you can enjoy it. But whatever you do when you get off of work, do something you enjoy. Do something you enjoy. Why do it? You don't have passion for it. And so I'm happy for John Wall. Now he gets to do something he enjoys. You know, I watched the Charles Barkley Hall of Fame speech last night. Sometimes I go through the Hall of Fame speeches. You know, I sent my partner, my Culture Flicks partner in crime, Breon. I've been sending him the Hall of Fame speeches from Allen Iverson or Scottie Pippen. We kind of go back and forth. Michael Jordan, just to hear him talk, and we go back and forth a little bit. You know. But Charles Barkley said, I never worked a day in my life. He never worked a day in his life. He said he played basketball. He said, I'm blessed to play the game. And now I'm blessed to talk about basketball. But that's not true, is it? Because he did work. He worked in basketball. But because he enjoyed it so much, it didn't seem like work. He would do it anyway. See, because when Bill Elleby's not on Culture Flicks TV being the guru, I'm still talking about sports. And I'm sure by now you see it's not an act because I have passion and love for talking about sports. And I love athletes. And I love teams. And I love the camaraderie. And I love what sports brings to our society. I just want everybody to make sure that you have fun. And tune in to Culture Flicks, Bill Elleby Guru Sports Show. Tune in to sports. Have fun. Enjoy. 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 And you look behind me, we got the NFL season coming. And I'm fired up about these Seahawks right now. I'm so fired up about this football season that's getting ready to start. And the games. And the atmosphere by the stadiums. I'm going to have to go down there. I love seeing all the excitement of the kids. I love smelling the popcorn. I love drinking them Coca-Colas. It's going to cost an arm and a leg, but it's worth it. So we're getting ready for that football season. But once again, I want everybody to make sure that you tune in to the Culture Flicks. We have the Metro High School football this year. Make sure you tune in. And make sure you encourage your friends and family to upload the Culture Flicks app. I mean, there is a lot of good shows on there right now. I mean, some really dramatic shows, some really fun shows, some drama shows, some comedy. I mean, it's everything you can want on TV is in the Culture Flicks. And it's really fun. So make sure you encourage your friends and family to get the app, to get on there while they can, free. Because I'm going to tell you something. One day it's not going to be free. I'm telling you, you better get on now. One day it's not going to be free. So get on there now and enjoy it. Hope everybody had a good time watching the Guru Bill Elleby Sports Show. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow. I'll talk about the WNBA. And you might even get some special tomorrow about my Seattle top 10 players of all time. Tune in, man. It's gonna be special tomorrow. So you can hear about the top 10 players of all time in Seattle, Washington. I can't wait. I can't wait. So thanks everybody for tuning in. Hope you have a good day. Be safe. Drink some water. I took my best shot. Thanks for tuning in.